Hey guys, welcome to the stream. Alright, so, let's see if I can turn this down. It's a little loud. I wonder how it is compared to my voice. Welcome, Kuid. Hello, welcome. Feel like you got summoned? Come to me, tons of fun! If you want to sub to last, then eat it slower. Wait, if you want a sub to last, eat it slower. Interesting. It doesn't work for me. I eat very quickly. Invisible smoke signals? Yeah, and then nobody shows up. How's it going today, guys? Okay, so I recorded a podcast today with my friend Chris, and it's called Cardboard Architects. It can be found on iTunes, Stitcher, Board Game Geek, etc. And today we brought back an old segment that we did around episode 10 and 11 called the Designer Hot Seat. So what you do is you come up with a list of items, whether it's themes, mechanics, ideas, etc., and then you roll a die, which I have right here. So I roll the die, and then the other person, you roll it twice, and you combine two things, and the other person has to make a game out of it. Right there on the spot, they have to talk their way through a game using these concepts and seeing where it drives them. It's like immediate, and it's stressful, and it's beautiful. Even if it fails, it's still beautiful. You learn something about yourself regardless. Okay, so I did one for Chris, and he did one for me, and we both kind of liked where the games went. I actually really liked mine enough that I couldn't stop thinking about it tonight. So I'll tell you first of all, the mechanics that he gave me were, one, an auction. He said blind auction, so there's a little bit of the blindness to the auction, but not really to the auction itself anyway. So there's that. And then the second mechanic thing that he gave me was kind of a theme, really, and it was stranded on a habitable planet. What's up, Element Fire? Yeah, I am up late. I had to get this idea out of my head. So, stranded on a habitable planet with an auction system. And so my mind started going, what do you need to get if you're stranded on a habitable planet? Like, maybe to get off? And I was like, well, yeah, to get off the planet. Okay. Well, wait a second. Let's take a step back from that. Let's not make this about a rescue mission. But you know what? Let's keep that kind of tied in there, because that's obviously what you want to do. You want to get off of the stranded planet. So then I started thinking, well, Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And for those of you who aren't familiar with that, you have physiological needs at the bottom, sleep, rest, food, stuff like that. And then you have, above that, you have like safety, which is shelter and protection of self, etc. And then above that, you have need, like need for community. I think that's what it is. So like belonging. Oh, that's the word I was looking for. Belonging, which is, relationships, friendships, and community. And then above that you have esteem, which is really self-esteem here. And then above that you have self-actualization, which is a really interesting concept. And then above that there's like an extra one that's kind of been added, and it's kind of like transcendence, which is helping others to self-actualize, which is really interesting. So self-actualization is figuring out your morals and living by them, and holding yourself accountable and stuff like that. So those are like the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and they started driving my thought process. Okay, so characters need what at a base? Well, they probably need, on a base level, they need food, shelter, and safety from the elements, which is really shelter. So those two things. And then I was like, I bet I could combine all of those things together. So I'm going to start just designing. And if you guys want to duck out now, that's fine, because it's not going to make any sense to you until it's kind of all starting to come together and I show you how the game works. But I rambled this design idea off earlier on the podcast, and it seemed really exciting to me. So I kind of wanted to take it and run with it. And so I wrote up a couple notes and stuff like that, and then I actually just emailed myself some more notes, which I'm going to go ahead and copy these here. Let's put these at the bottom. And so these are more notes that I actually wrote on my phone while I was partially designing these things. So here we go. Are you ready? You will gladly side seat drive Pimp it like you mean it. Congrats to Hannah on the food blog. Oh yeah, absolutely. She said she liked your comment a lot. She goes, I got a comment from someone. I don't know who it was. She didn't recognize your online name, even though she's met you. She had no idea who it was you. And she's like, it had a lot of egg puns in it, and it was kind of great. And I was like, oh, that's awesome. So I was like, let me see who it was. And then she's like, Joviex or something. I'm like, oh, that's Alex. So thank you for checking out my girlfriend's food blog. Actually, before we start, in case anybody is interested in food blogs, oh, it looks like I'm lagging pretty hard here. 1 second, guys. Let me try to fix this. And fixed for now. And getting crappy again. Getting crappier. Wait, no, I think we're good. Okay, let me look up this food blog real quick. So it's the egg on top.blogspot.com. So this is my girlfriend's new blog she just started. She's beyond a foodie. She's not just about good food. She's about everything that is around the whole idea of food, the science, the history, the recipe, the tools of the trade, everything. It's just her passion. Food is her passion. And so this is actually, the picture on that page is an egg that she actually made. It's delicious. She knows how to make a damn good egg. So yeah, you could read that if you're interested in food, science, and history, discovering the mystery of delicious food. Okay, so anyway, back to this game. This game is called Stranded. Temporarily. I mean, I don't know if that's the final name, but I kind of like the name. It's just called Stranded. So I'm going to go through, I'm going to read some of these things out loud, and then you guys can watch as I develop this game into a playable state in one night. I'm pretty sure I can do it. It's a fairly simple game. So maybe I should give you guys the document here. I'm pretty sure I can share to others. Anyone with a link can view it. Alright, so I should be able to go ahead and put a link into chat here, and you guys can go ahead and read that. Hey guys, thanks for the retweets, thanks for the favorites and whatnot, I really appreciate it. Wow, there's so many tonight, so many. Alright, so here we go. I gave you the link in case you guys want to read it. Stranded, a co-op game. I'm actually going to put a selfish, there we go. A selfish co-op game of surviving, being stranded on an uninhabited yet still habitable planet. Gameplay is based on a bidding system for, I'll put bidding. Gameplay is based on bidding for sustenance, shelter, defense, and technically not crew. So I'll put these here, and defense. To defend yourself against or to overcome, I should put, to overcome events linked to those needs. The goal of the game is to survive as a team, but one person wins by having the most completed secret goal points at the end of the game. But I'll go over that in a second. So there are 3 different types of cards. There are sustenance cards, there are shelter cards, and there are defense cards. Kind of the theme of these cards are food, water issues that can make people too weak to use defenses or kill crew members. So basically, if a sustenance card comes up, a sustenance event, and it says something like feed everybody, have 2 food per player or per crew member, essentially, right? So as long as there's not a lot of crew members that you've kind of established here on your teams, it should be pretty easy. Now, if you fail it, then it'll have a negative effect in accordance to all the defenses that are around there. So you might get a lot of food, or you might not have enough food or whatever to beat this event, to overcome the threshold of this event. So then it might say something like, you know, the person with the least power or the most power loses a defense card that they might have stored. And I'll go over that. It'll make more sense later. Then you have shelter cards, so they're used against weather, and then sometimes the weather will ruin sustenance. So in other words, like a frost will kill all of the food that you have growing, whereas a flood might wash away your food bin, etc., etc. Okay. Then there's defense, which is used against creature attacks, which can destroy shelters. And they all say or kill crew members, and I'll go over that later. Okay, so these cards will have a colored backside and all be mixed in together in the same deck. So if we look here real quick, imagine that all of these cards right here had the backs of them were all themed to these three things. Green for sustenance, orange for shelter, and then blue for defense, right? And so all of these were just mixed in here, and they were face down, and you didn't know which was which. Well, you did, sorry. You did know which was which in that you knew the theme of the card, but you didn't know what the card actually did on the other side. So you're getting multicolored cards in the same deck, which I actually haven't seen too much of before. But anyway, okay, so the next part is the front side of these cards, which is the other side here, will have they'll be split cards. Half of the cards will be events that you have to overcome, and then the other half are technologies or actions or items slash items. Okay, so let's start with the events, since I've kind of already talked about the events. For example, it could be a time to eat card, or a wild creature card, or a hail card, which will have a threshold that everyone needs to beat together or overcome together. So if you have a card that is on the face-up side, or I'm sorry, yeah, the face-up side that is, the bottom side is up, meaning it's an item because you actually control it, or technology, then you're going to use the number of those things to try to overcome the level of the event that's occurring. Okay, so the bottom side of the card, the resources side essentially, is technology, actions, and items and stuff like that. It's sharpened stone. That might be an offense, or the defense card. Gathering berries might be a sustenance resource, and then a lean-to might be a weak version of a shelter, and so it might be worth very few points. Whereas, like, if you actually take down a creature to eat it, it's worth a lot of points, and if you take down a bigger creature, it's worth an even more amount of points. Or if you sacrifice one of your crew members, it's worth a medium amount of points, but then you lose a little morale. Stuff like that. I want to kind of go crazy. Kind of think Lost, the show Lost, in a way, where you're on an island and you need to make decisions to survive, but everyone's trying to make the right decision, and so some people are pulling the party in one direction, some people are pulling the party in the other direction, some are just along for the ride. Okay, so this is how it'll work. I'm going to go ahead and point down here like this. So these are the multicolored cards, right? So this says one will be turned face up for players to bid on, like that. And so this will be the face up, and it will be not the event that you care about here, but it will be the item itself, right? The action, the whatever it is. And so you're going to try to bid on that. And so each player is going to have a couple cards like this, and you're going to start out with one crew member, which I'll explain in a little bit. And so what you do is you can bid one card, and if I bid one card to try to take that, the next person will then try to bid one or two cards and stuff like that, right? So let's say nobody else bids any more cards and I win it. So what I do is I put whoever wins the bid, they put their cards here, still face down, and I get to take this card and add it to my pool. Now I have, let's say it's like one food resource or something like that, right? Now what happens is the cards that were bid, now that they become the event that we have to then overcome. So then you're going to flip that card over, and you know that since it's a green one, we're trying to fight, or we're going to be doing a green event. So because I only bid one, that one flips over, and we look at the event side, not the resource or technology side. So we're going to look at the event side, and it's going to say, oh, you need to feed everybody, and feed everybody one food. Well, there are 3 people, I have 1 food, and nobody else has any food. That means that we would fail that mission. However, if, for example, I had a card over here that was also green to match the sustenance, I could actually say, okay, this is my 1 green that's giving me 1 food. I'm actually going to flip this green card over too, and when you flip that one over, because you don't know what's under there, you get them dealt face down, you flip it over, and on the upside, you're going to see something that says, this is worth 4 food. So now 4 plus 1 is 5. Yay, we beat it. Well, this card was temporarily used. Any card that you flip over to try to beat a mission is temporarily used, it's only used temporarily, then it gets destroyed, it goes over there. However, we beat the mission, so then you're going to look on the mission card, or the event card, I should say, and you're going to see what the results are. Now, the results can be a bunch of different things, and we'll go over those in a second. Then this would go over here. Now, if, for example, if for this item right here, I had to bid 2 cards like this, right? Or maybe somebody bid 1 and I said, no, I want that. I'm going to bid 2 instead. And then it goes around and nobody can beat me, and it's a 2 bid. So then what happens is I choose the order, this one or this one or this one or this one, whatever order I want, and I put them down like that, and I get to take this card, and then we flip over this one, we have to complete this event, and then if we do beat it, then good. If we don't beat it, it stops. So you can only lose 1 event per bid, right? But let's say I do beat this one, it goes over here, then we have to face this one. Now, let's say we fail that one, okay, then the failing thing happens, it goes over there. So you're going to have a lot of management as far as, okay, I'm bidding blue cards, which means we're about to have to do blue, we're gonna have to fight against blue. Next, which is blue as defense, and like you look around the field and you say, should I take the risk of bidding all of my blue cards when I know that not everybody else has good blue items to try to defeat the missions that are on the other side of the events? And it's like, you know what, screw it, I'm gonna screw the party because I wanted that card so badly. So then we have to fight it. Oh, we lose. Okay, and then that goes over here. Oh, that stinks. And then everybody blames me for the loss. So this is the idea, the core idea of the game. Now I'm going to go ahead and start keep reading, and then we're going to go through actually the creation of like one of each of these types of cards, and then try to do a play test, mini play test. Okay, so 1 card will be turned face up for players to bid on. We just went over that. Players will bid using with the colored sides of the cards, which is the back sides of the cards, without ever looking at the other side. You're not allowed to look at the other side. First of all, you lay your cards down in front of you. The bid starts with 1 of any type. Doesn't have to match the auction card. So if it's a blue, if it's a sustenance auction card, which is green, I don't have to bid green cards. I can bid any color that I want, but I have to bid only the same color. So if I can bid 1 of one color, and then I'd have to bid 2 of another color, and then if somebody wanted to beat me, they'd have to bid 3 of that color. So it can get pretty brutal, right? So players will bid with the colored sides, etc. Next bid must outbid, but you can still be of any other type. Doesn't have to be the same color. All bids are placed face down in order in a new pile. When someone wins the auction, the winning bids. Actually, let's see. I should say let's say if you lose the bid, you get your cards back. When someone wins the auction, the winning bids are revealed one at a time from the top of the pile. Each one of these events takes place. Some of them are good fortune, some of them are not. I don't know how I feel about that. Some of them might be good fortune, like it might just be, oh, we got lucky, it was a positive event, it gave us all 3 extra, draws. Oh, that's awesome, awesome. Okay, so let's see, then we'll keep going. So some of these resources, like I said, the lean-to and the like the sharpened stone and stuff like that. Some of them might actually be really cool cards called crew cards. And a crew card is actually a crew member that will also sit in front of you and has an ability, has a number of resource to give to that type of resource, one of the 3 types of resources. Now the thing is though, the crew stats are going to be like, oh, I have a crew member, but it only gives me 1 resource, but there's a bonus to crew members. Every crew member that you control personally, you actually get to draw an additional card for, which will give you more power in the future, or more ability to bid higher in the future. So let's look here real quick. Yeah, so a stronger version of the above cards gives bonuses to the power and other stats. Okay, so we are actually going to... We're actually going to delete this and replace it with the new thing that I've come up with, which is weaker stats. Allows the player to draw. Allows the player to draw an additional card during the draw phase, basically. Okay. Yep. Okay. So then the entire team. So now to kind of bring us all in together, right? The entire team will have a morale system. So we're gonna have like a chart that goes from 0 to 15 or something like that. Excuse me. So at 0 to 15. And it'll be basically, if it's 1 to 5, if you would draw 3 cards, you only draw 2 cards. If you would draw 2 cards, you only draw 1 card. If you would draw 1 card, you draw no cards. So having a low morale is really, really bad. You can lose the game with low morale. 6 to 10 cards, 6 to 10 morale, sorry, is draw no additional cards. We're pretty happy, we're doing okay. 11 to 15 is draw an additional card. So you get to draw more cards on that in that situation. So each player will have their own secret goals to achieve as well. Once the goal is achieved, perform the effect and take a new goal. So if my goal is to have the morale be 1 to 5, be lower than 5. That's a really dangerous goal, but the effect of it will be massive. And then once you flip it over and prove that you've earned the goal, people then might hate you. They might be like, "Oh, you son of a bitch!" And then another one might be like, bid 4 or higher, or another one might be collect 3 crew members. And if you achieve these goals, then you get to get like some crazy big bonus, and then you discard it and you get a new goal. And actually, you don't discard it. Each goal is worth a certain number of points. So if at the end of the game, if your goal points are worth more than everybody else's, you win. Okay, so there's another thing. Each player will have their own influence track. So an influence track is kind of like a leadership track, like who's in charge kind of thing. So it's going to start at 5. It's going to be a 10 wide track, 10 long track, and I'm going to take this out here. So I wrote down some more rules down below. Okay, so highest power gets to make difficult group decisions. Okay, so this means basically highest influence will choose who the tragedies, capital T, tragedies, so there goes Joe overcomplicating it. I'm not. I promise I'm not overcomplicating it. It's too simple in the other direction. It's actually really boring in the other direction. This right here will mess with the group dynamic. If you have the highest influence and a tragedy card flips over, then you have to choose who that tragedy happens to. Now, most likely, you're not going to choose yourself. Person with the highest card point count? No. Influence will fluctuate. The whole idea is that you want to have power so that when a tragedy happens, you're in charge of the group. So you get to decide who the issue happens to. So, for example, if it says lose a crew member, I get to choose that another player. I have to choose the player who loses a crew member. So I become the bad guy. Even though I'm in charge, I have to make the difficult decisions. I could choose my own character, and I would be the good guy, but then I'd be hurting myself. So there's a little bit of a selfishness to being you. Even though you're all trying to live together and work together to try to survive this situation, this stranded situation. Really, there's a part of you who's trying to be in the lead. A part of you who's trying to be the leader and make all the decisions for the group. And some of you might have that. Now, you can win without having a lot of power. In fact, I'll go over that in a second. But one of the things that will happen is the leader will then have to make the decision. If I make the decision that you lose a character, you have to lose a crew member. I'm sorry, it just had to be done. This is the most logical thing. It had to be done. Then later on in the game, that person might try to screw me over just for revenge, which would hurt the group, which is what's actually going to happen. It's actually going to happen in a situation like this. There's going to be people who have these weird little interactions. They're trying to beat the game. They're all trying to survive, but there's part of them that are just like, I really want to be in power here, because if I'm in power, I get all these bonuses, etc. Good ploy to get in power to use bonus for purposefully sacrificing crew members. I don't think I want that. Once I get this game going, we'll see if that has a place or not. Okay, so then the game will have a time track too. So the time track is just like you have 20 turns to survive. If you can last through 20 turns, you win the game. But if your morale drops to 0, you lose the game. Let's see here. Well, actually, sorry. If morale drops to 0, you don't lose the game, but it can lead to you losing the game because you're not drawing extra cards. It's really dangerous. Yeah, it's kind of like Lost, the card game, in a weird way, yeah. So here, let me see here. So each player starts with a crew member and 3 cards. Let's write this down. Setup. Give each player 1 crew member randomly. Let's see, and then deal each player 3 face down cards. Okay, cool. And then, so that goes away. We figured that out. Draw a card at the beginning of the turn, +1 for each crew member you have. Okay, so draw a card at the start of your turn, or round, at the start of a round, +1 for each crew member you have. So you want to have more crew members so you can draw more cards so that you can bid higher to get these effects and stuff like that to achieve your goals. However, the more cards that you bid, the more fights that you have to get through if you're successful. So it can be more and more dangerous. You're going to lose something every round. You're not going to have a whole bunch of successes, essentially. The game is going to try to kill you. All right, the person with the most power decides who things happen to during a tragic event. We got that one. Some events give power or cards or morale. All right, let's go to the events real quick. Let's do, where is that? That is top and bottom. Okay, so bottom side, sharpened stone, blah 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 blah. Okay, give points towards thresholds from the event. Okay, these give. Okay, and then, oh, sorry, I'm gonna have to do events. Winning equals cards, morale, influence, etc. I'll figure out more of that. Losing equals lose cards, morale, influence, etc. Right? Yeah. There we go. Okay, so that's out there too. Now that I've got that kind of fleshed out a little bit. During an event, if you would fail, players can use their face down cards to flip them over. Okay, so yeah, so let's kind of write that. Let's see, draw a card at the start of the round, blah blah blah. Okay, flip over the top card of the deck. Player with the highest influence gets to bid first. I would say yes, gets to bid first. Each player in order must bid higher to win it, and then the winning player's bids are then. Let's see. Winner takes the card. Winner's bid cards will be flipped over one at a time as an event, I should say. As an event. There you go. To overcome, and I should put that to overcome. There we go. Then starting with the add up. There we go. That's what I have to do. Add up all of the appropriate or corresponding values and to see if you tie or beat the event. There we go. If you lose, perform the action on the card and discard the remaining bid cards. There we go. Okay. If you win, perform the action on the card and flip over the next bid card until no more remain. Repeat until no more remain. There we go. Bid card. Repeat until no more remain. Then after that, actually, there's more. If you win an event, if you win an event, perform the action on the card. The player who contributed the most towards that event gains an influence. There we go. And flip over the next bid card. Repeat until no more cards remain, and then basically start the next round. That's just how simple it is. It's actually really simple. During an event, if you would fail, players. So I guess I should put this down here. Add up. Okay. If you do not meet the requirements, or the threshold, I should say. If you do not meet the threshold, the player with the highest influence may flip over one of their face-down cards of the corresponding color and add it to, I should say any number. Maybe flip over any number of their face-down corresponding cards and add those to the threshold, or add those to overcoming the threshold. Let's see, if after the these cards remain until the end of the round. Okay, and then let's see, P to no more cards remain, and then all temporary cards flipped over to help with the threshold are discarded. There we go. I think maybe you can spend influence. Maybe spend influence. Maybe lose influence. Oh, actually, no. It'll be. Whoops. What the hell is going on here? Are discarded. Oh, okay, I see. Now, maybe losing. So if you win, so if you lose, perform the action, blah, 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 okay, and then on top of that is the person with the highest influence loses 1 influence. There we go. If you win, perform the action on the card influence unless they used... no, I'll just say they lose 1 influence. And then maybe... oh, you know what? Actually, we'll say person with the highest influence loses 1 influence. Maybe. I'm going to put that as a maybe. Maybe. Not sure how I feel like that. Okay, and then if you win, perform the action on the card, the player who contributed the most towards that event gains an influence, flip over the next card. And then I should say, maybe if you do not meet the threshold, the player with the highest, okay, doing this costs 1 influence per card. Maybe. I don't know how I feel about that. Maybe. Let's do that. Okay, so during an event, you could flip them over. We did that. These cards work for all events in that turn, but are discarded at the end of the turn. Got that. Players are attempting to achieve their secret goal, and upon achieving it, they draw a new goal. Well, we've got that. That's in there. The end of the game, the player with the most goal points wins. We got that. So the player with the most power is trying to stop other players from achieving their goals while also maintaining a high enough morale. Failing in an event causes the player with the most power to lose 1 automatically. I kind of have that one, so let's just delete that for now. Contributing the most to an event of the type is needed to gain an additional power, which is really influence. Not all events will contain crew members. Yeah, I've already got that. Cards of crew members will have less resources, but have the added benefit of drawing additional cards. Yes, we're going to delete that. During the event portion, only use the winning bid cards. We've already put that in there. Maybe the person with the most power is the only person who can contribute extra cards towards the event. I think that we're going to go with that right there. In the case of a tie for the most power, they are both allowed to help. Okay, yeah, so let's put that in here. In a tie for most influence, they both can help. There we go, we'll do that. Let's see, besides generate responsibility for the player with the most power. Oh yeah, this kind of generates responsibility for the player with the most power. It also creates an environment where the players want power but don't want power. Okay, this is good because I don't want the person with the most power to always be the one who wins. Maybe the player with the most cannot achieve their goal. So that would encourage you to spend. So what do you get for more power? You get to not get screwed by the tragedy cards, essentially. Maybe the player with the most power cannot achieve their goal. I don't think that's going to be something we need to do. If this is the case, I'll have come up with a good reason to want power. No, we're just going to get rid of that. So the player with the most power is trying to stop other players. Okay. Okay, so we've done everything. I think we're actually ready to... This is the figuring it out document. I should just do gameplay. turn example round. There we go. And we'll go through and bold some things. Bold. Bold. Bold the things that I care about right now. Bold. These are all like concepts. All right. Okay, cool. I think I'm ready to build the game. I bet it'll be playable, fairly playable, almost immediately. I'm gonna try to fix my I seem to be losing a lot of frames. Suddenly I'm not. Hey, what's up, Lukey? Okay, so let's put this over here. Let's take this, put this over here, and we'll open up File Open, open up a new card game folder. So let's do Project, oh no, whoops, Board Games, and let's do one for Stranded. There we go, so that has nothing in it. Let's open up, Fight Night has a card on it, I believe. Actually, I'd rather use, what's this? Oh yeah. Let's use Dice Fighters, Fight Night, Hack and Bash, Jellybots. Where is Power Surge? I guess we'll use Power Surge card. Oh no, I don't have any good templates for that. Siege. We'll use Siege. So we'll do characters. We'll take this, copy this, and we'll go back to Stranded. Paste. Cards. Sure, why not? Let's go ahead and open this. What am I working on? I'm having a weird glitch on your phone. The HUD for Twitch isn't going the same thing. Isn't going away. Same thing happened on YouTube. So annoying. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm going to select basically all of this and delete it. Somehow I can't. There we go. And then we're going to just go ahead and make a new layer here and then delete this one. Okay, so let's fill this with apparently not 100% black, 98% black? Alright, full black. There we go. Okay, so actually let's fill it with white. Let's make a new layer. Let's fill this one with black. Let's take this one, Control T, and we will scale it by 90%. Let's do a 95% by 98%, 97%, 96%, 97%, 96.5. There we go. Alright, cool. So now we have our border. Excellent. Okay. So, first of all, front of the card, back of the card. Let's do this. Let's do back. And we'll just make a new layer. We'll throw this in here. And then we'll make a new group here. And we'll throw this in here. And this will be front. There we go. Let's turn this off for now, and let's fill this with 3 different colors. We've got, what are we're using green. So let's let's get a good green in here. Green, here we go. We'll do green, and we'll duplicate this, and we'll fill this one with orange. Let's get a similar orange. These are hideous colors, and then blue. Okay, so that'll be the type of card. So I guess I should put, like, I should find a symbol here, shouldn't I? I should probably do some sort of a symbol. So, first of all, let's do gameicons.net, and let's look up sustenance. Okay, let's look up food. 59 food icons. Let's choose from here. Comida. Food. I guess we could use fruits. Or we could use wheat. Fruits or wheats? Oh, wait. That's pretty good. Oat. Alright, so let's save that. And then let's look up defense. Let's do... Oops, not what I meant to do. How about explosion and projectile? What about protect? Protect. Let's just do a shield. Let's do sword and shield kind of thing. So let's look here. Let's do battle gear, essentially, right? Kind of, yeah, basically. Let's do this one and save it as that right there. Don't worry, you're not going to have any clue what I'm working on. I've already gone through and explained it all. You're late to the show, but don't worry, I will put this up on YouTube, and you'll be able to actually see the game played fairly soon anyway. Shield, and then we need shelter. Okay, or home. Let's see if there are sea icons. That's not quite what I want. Let's do house. Buildings. There we go. Buildings. Let's do... Oh, you know what? Let's do tent. Oh, really? That's all we get? No, not even a traditional tent. Alright, so let's try to find... screw it, we'll use this one right here. This will be shelter. No, that's more of a defense. I need a house. I just need a simple house. I guess I could make a barn. Alright, let's type in building. Really? That's all I get, huh? Oh, look, there's a normal, like, TP. Oh, look at this. A whole bunch of houses. Perfect. Save. Village. Who'd have thunk it? Alright, cool. So let's deal with that first. Let's go ahead and open something. Downloads. Latest ones. 1, 2, 3. We're going to drag and drop into here. And we are going to invert it and grab this, copy that, and put it onto the sustenance one, which is going to be the green one. Oh, wait. Yeah, let's turn these off and let's go paste, and let's what is it, linear burn? There's one that works really well. Alright, overlay. I think that's the one that I'm going to use. Overlay. There we go. And then we're going to go ahead and merge that down, and then we will close that one. Thank you. Nope. And then we'll do Control Alt, Control I, and then we'll select this one, and this one, copy that, and then we'll go to Defense, which I guess should be blue. Sure, maybe this one should be a red. Maybe we can make this one a red. There you go, it's different enough from the orange. Maybe I'll make the orange more brown. Green, defense is red, and then we'll do brown. There we go. Okay, so then we can paste here, and we can switch this to overlay, which is here, and then we'll merge. That's fine, whatever. And then we'll take this one and this one will be for invert, copy, close, no, paste, select, delete, select, delete, select, delete, select, delete. Alright, and then this one right here will also do overlay. Oh, interesting. Let's change the color of this one to a bit more brown. Or maybe a lighter yellowish. There we go. Okay, and there. That'll work even better. And merge. Alright, so let's make this yellow. Red, green, and yellow. Okay. So these are our 3 backs of our cards that you have to worry about. Those are going to be the 3 symbols. I'm actually... Have I messed up already? Maybe. It's okay. Okay, so then... I kind of do want to put them all in a circle. It might actually help. Can I go back? I can. Can I go back far enough? Yeah, I can. Okay, cool. We'll turn this off. Oh, we had a good red, green, and yellow, but that's okay. Okay, so this one is a circle, which is good, so we can actually merge that one. Then this one here, we wanted to turn more yellow. Let's go ahead and open these things again. Shoot. You like the backs? Yeah. Well, it's going to be very simple, honestly. So we need house, and we need this one here. We're going to just put them in a circle. So we'll take this one, copy, shelter's yellow, and then this one is red. So let's get a good red here. There we go, and paste that. We'll select this and delete that, and then we will Control-A, invert. Really? Come on. Control-invert. And then we'll put a circle around it. Oh, we kind of want to go the same size as this one here, so let's turn this off for a second. Let's see if we can get our scale just about the same. Alright, so let's do 550. Okay, let's do 525. What the heck? Okay, so 450, my bad. 475. Yeah, that'll be good enough. Okay, so we're going to take a new layer, and we're going to do a black circle like that. Cool. So that one, actually, let's invert it. Let's turn this on, put this ahead of it, which means we can scale this one down. Scale it down to 95. Let's go 90. 90 is good. And then I can, let's see, that becomes, shoot. Oh, I have to actually merge it and invert it. There we go. And then take these and delete these. Perfect. Right, and then I'm going to do an overlay. And this is actually going to be on the red one. So we're going to go ahead and merge that. Yeah, that's right. Cool, that's working. And then we got to do this last one here, which is yellow, which means I need the shelter one again. Copy, paste, invert. No, actually, invert here. I was wrong. And then delete all the black. And then I'm going to have to put a black image behind it, and then delete this out, essentially. Okay, so then let's make a new layer. Let's put it behind here. B. Bam, just like that. Then we're going to take this and shrink it down to 95, 90, 85, 80. Alright, there we go, 80. Alright. This is just temporary art, but I want to get the point across. I feel like I'm going to actually use all of this, so Let's go ahead and merge that and select here and Shift-I, delete. Okay, that's not what I meant to do. Let's just manually select all the white then. And delete that. And then overlay. Oh, that is not dark enough somehow. Maybe it's the yellow that I've chosen. Let's see if we can maybe choose a darker yellow. That helps a ton. Okay, cool. So we have, this is defense. This one is shelter. And this one is sustenance. Cool. So we're good with those. We can close this now. And we can actually, let's do, I want to try something. I want to see if I can actually make this happen. Let's put a layer here for a second. I want to see if I can give it curved corners. Okay, cool. So we'll do this right here. And then we'll have to duplicate that. Here. And Control A, Control T, and flip horizontally. Perfect. And then merge, and then duplicate. And Control A, Control T, and flip vertically. Okay, good. And then merge, and then here, perfect. And fill with white, which is great. And then come in here and fill these things in. Now we have a curved corner, so we can make the cards look good. Cool. So then we're going to select this, and Control-Shift-I, and turn it off, and delete, and delete, and delete. And so now we have curved corners on a PNG. It is curved, yeah. It's very slightly curved. Maybe I could go a little bit more. Let's undo a little. I'm pretty sure I could do a slightly bigger circle here. Let's do a bigger circle. 1, 2, 3. Okay, cool. Let's zoom in here. Yeah, I was not being liberal enough with my curvature there. Let's see. Let's go down to about an actual card size. I'm looking at my magic cards right here. It's a pretty decent. Yeah, it's something like that. Let's go even further. Let's delete this B and go 1, 2, 3. Let's try this. I just want to see what I can get away with here, basically. Okay, something like that. That's cool. All right, we're gonna try that right there. So then we'll do Control A. Actually, no, we should duplicate first. Control A, Control T, flip horizontally. It'll be perfect. And then we can merge that and then make a duplicate layer. Control A, Control T, and flip vertically. And it should do that perfectly. And then Control E to merge. And then select here, 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 and here. There we go. And G. Just keep filling this in. It's nice and tight now. That's pretty good. So now we can take this here and we'll put curvature. We'll do this on the... Yeah, we'll do this here. So we'll go select this, Control-Shift-I to select the outside edges, and delete all of that stuff right there, and then we'll turn this off. Cool. So now I have curved cards. Sweet. Sweet. I could actually add a border too if I wanted to. Let's try this real quick. Let's do... Photoshop was complicated. I know it is. I also might be doing it the complicated way. So just don't necessarily pay attention to what I'm doing here. Let's go ahead and give this a black border. Let's make a new layer. And let's image, stroke, and we'll do a 10 pixel inside, go. And we should put this on top. That's pretty good. And then we'll take that and we'll do overlay, just like we did before. And we'll put this in front of each one. And we'll just let's make a duplicate one just in case we want to use that elsewhere. And then we'll merge, merge, merge. So now we have these cool bordered cards. Look at that. Looking fancy. Fancy. Alright, so let's go ahead and save this. Good job, we've done something. Alright, so defense, shelter, and sustenance is good. I could change a stroke later. Yeah. Or crush it all. Yeah. I'm also notoriously bad with Photoshop and a mouse. Ah, I see. Inkscape before it was too late. Yeah. I'm already too into this to step away from it now. Okay, so these things are going to be... I'm going to put make a folder, call these things template help, and we'll just oh whoops, I want to pull this out entirely. There we go. Template help stays off for now. Group 1 is going to be front. So then this thing, I'm just going to delete this because that's crap now in comparison to what I have. Don't step away from the board game. No. Pick up those dice right here. These dice that I keep on my desk in case I ever need a D20 or a D12 or roll for initiative, monkey boy. All right, let's go ahead and save this now. Save this as cards. We're good, and I'm going to save out the backs of each of these. So go ahead and save a PNG 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and we'll do back defense, and then we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and we'll do back shelter, and then we'll do save 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and back sustenance. Cool. So now we've got our 3 backs done. We're probably going to sample those for color, so let's just turn those off for now. And now we have to make the front. Now the front card is going to actually be, there's going to be 3 different front templates, essentially. So let's do defense underscore front, all right? We'll call it this. And then we're actually going to take this, and we're just going to paint this crap out here. We don't really want that. We might use that icon later, but not right now. We don't need it. Okay, so let's fix this. And then we are going to split the card, which is going to be using this here. What's half of this card? Right now it's 3.5. So half of 3.5 is 1.5, 1.75. So 1.75, we're just going to split the card like that right there. Is that half? Why does that not seem like it's half? Here, we'll do this right here. Flip vertically. And it barely moved, so it's half. Good. I'm going to keep it. It's half. Done. No one likes dice lately? Yeah. Well, dice are a little too random. It takes away the strategy, but it does add apprehension and anxiety, which is really fun. All right, cool. So now we have the top half and the bottom half. So down here, let's go ahead and make a new layer, and let's put this. Let's do some blocking, right? So this is the event card. So down here on the corner, we'll do the event number that you have to achieve, which will be that right there. Let's see if we can get this to be, bam. So that'll be the event number there, and this will be the resource number here. Actually, no, sorry. They should be here on this side. Event number and resource value here. like that. That's pretty good. And so we'll have the title there and the title there. RN Jesus, RN Jesus, I pray to you. Give me the numbers I'm looking for. Okay, so let's do white text, and let's do a 1. Oh, that is very tiny. Let's go up to 36. And then we will drag this down here, Control T, rotate that bad boy, and then put him here. Okay, so I'm thinking that on one side is the event, the other side is the value. So we'll put value here, value top, or actually I'll say value event, and then value underscore value, let's see, event and resource. There you go. Layer, this will be value bubble, because we might end up changing that. Let's see. Then I also need. Let's think of an event. First of all, we need feeding time. You need 1 food for blah 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 blah. Oh wait. Oh, I could put like a 1 per person here. 1 per player. So value resource. Oh shoot. Okay, I've got these mixed up. Let's do this. Put you above there. So we'll start off with the value resource. 1, and then we'll put 1/player. Oh, that is huge, enormous. Okay, let's do -100, -150, -75, 175. That's just, maybe it's a bad font. Maybe that's all. Maybe I have to go through some fonts here. Let's go to the top. Ooh, that's nice and skinny. Let's see how this number changes here though. Right, so let's go 2. Oh Jesus. Yep, see, I'm really glad that I checked. I don't like that. I want a nearly vertical slash like that one. Well, that one's nearly vertical. Let's change this to -100, -150, let's put it at 0. Screw it. Okay, so 1. Let's check out the other numbers here. 2. Ooh, that's good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I'm actually really happy with this font. This is Birch Standard. Alright, so that means we can do 1 per player. We can actually reduce the font size down to 30. And we can fit things a lot better. So I'll get rid of this down here. So one food per player, or one defense per player. Let's make this the, what is this one? This one's red, which is defense. So it's 1 defense per player. And so I need a player icon. So let's go ahead and open up my downloads folder, because I'm pretty sure I have a little player icon here somewhere. 1 per crew. Let's just drag this into here. And we'll take this, or we'll take this, and we will Shift-I, well, here. Here, let's do this instead. Alright, now we can select that, copy that, close it, paste, and Control-T, scale it down, Control-I. There we go. We could put this person right here. It's a little big right now. We'll scale him down. We'll get him to fit. 1 per player. Let's see if he's the same height. I'd say he's the same height. 1 per player. And we'll take this whole thing. Player icon. Perfect. That font, you like it? Yeah, it's good. It's good stuff. Okay, so one per player. We'll put this over here somewhere. So that will be the... this is the event. This is the event. So let's call this event instead of value. Oh, I'm sorry, value event. There we go. So value event. Why did it just freak out a little bit? Ah, there we go. Okay, value event. And then from there... Actually, here, let's do this. Let's make another group in here. Let's do event side. And we'll throw all of the event stuff. This can stay right here, so that can go to the event side. And then we'll do another folder in here. And this one will be resource side. Right? And so we'll throw these things. Actually, just the value. Duplicate down there. Value. Resource. Okay, and then we'll take this thing and Control-T, rotate it. I'll have to do a little designing upside down, I guess. T, and we'll just do one. Or actually, let's make this worth 2. There we go. Okay, so one per player, and then it's worth 2. And then we need a title bar. So let's make a title here, and this title will be event. Maybe we'll have a symbol on the other side for an event. Struggle, some sort of struggle. Oh, we'll do an exclamation point. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's not short and fat enough. Maybe. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's just do 3. So this right up here, we're gonna go ahead and duplicate this and Control-T and rotate, flip horizontally. There we go. So something like that. Rufa, what programming language? It's called Text. I am designing a board and card game. I am not designing a digital game. But I'm designing it digitally so that I can easily print it out. If you're interested in the rules of the game or the idea of the game, you can check that out right there. Vanilla Ice, Ice Baby. Okay, so that's the event side, and then the resource side over here is going to be, let's do Bun Sweet. I like that name. Good name. Let's do sheet resources. So let's go back to games.net or whatever, games icon, and let's put resources. It's really not just resources. What's up, Neil? Sadaka, how's it going? Nice name, I like it. Welcome to the stream. I'm in the middle of creating. I think I kind of like the recycle one. I'm in the middle of creating a board game. It's really a card game in this case, but I'm really into it right now. You've come to spread the good word of System 32 and why you should delete it. Oh, let me do that right away. Thank you, Neil. Thank you. Thank you. You should do me a favor and hold down Alt and then hit the F4 button. If you've never done that before, you should really try that out. Yeah, he's totally a Mormon. Clearly a Mormon. Okay, so I just downloaded this icon. Let's put this in here like this, and then let's take this, Control-Shift-I, copy that, and paste. Or not. Here, let's copy that again and paste. Hey, it worked. And then we're actually going to put this icon here. This is going to be the resource side. I think we should rotate it though, 180 degrees. There we go. And we could probably scale it a tad bit here. It's kind of interesting like that. What does Alt F4 do? Okay, go ahead, hold down Alt and hit F4. It's a really interesting thing. Resource. And what is this? This is, okay, so resource goes into here. Resource icon. This is the resource side. Or you know what I could do? I mean, they're both... Oh, you know what I do? Screw it. I don't even need this or this. Oh no, I needed that one. I don't need this one, or this one. Oh wait, no. Crap, I need that one. I don't need... There we go. I could actually fill up an area. You're on a phone, remember? Oh, you can't do it. He's probably on a Mac. You idiot. I did it. Well, that's too bad. You came in here and told me to delete System 34. I was just spreading the good word of Alt F4. Here's another one if you really want to try, though. Here's another one if you really want to try. Control-Shift-Escape. Try Control-Shift-Escape. See what happens. It's actually not bad. It's actually a good thing. I use Control-Shift-Escape all the time. Let's go ahead and select this one and fill it with this here. So then we'll take this color and we'll put this here. This kind of works. I could also take I'll take this here, and then I will deselect. Oops, sorry, deselect. Probably be a little bit better at that. There we go, deselect. You know what? I'm going to deselect just a tiny bit more. There we go. And then I'm going to deselect this to here. I guess we'll do it a little bit at a time, huh? There we go. Perfect. And then we will fill a new layer there with this. Am I happy about the way that looks? I am. Let's do it. We're gonna save here. Why are you being nasty to me? I'm not, Neil. I'm not. I was just teaching you a new trick that you can do on your computer. Is the top of the card supposed to be darker? Yeah, I just did it. I just did that, yeah. How do I plan on publishing the game? I plan on making it work first and then worrying about publishing later. Whether that means that I pitch it to a game company or something of that, in that vein, I should say. So I could pitch it to a game company. I could give it to, I could go to Kickstarter, but I don't really want to do Kickstarter, honestly. Okay, so resources and event. I didn't mess up your PC. Relax. If you hit Control-Shift-Escape, you get this. You get the Windows Task Manager. If you hit Alt-F4, it closes whatever your active window is. That's all it does. I didn't mess up your PC. Quit being overdramatic. Ugh. Teenagers, I swear. Okay, so I think I'm going to delete this one here. I just told you, Lukey. You'll hear it in a second. Kickstarter's a pain. Yeah, I don't really want to do it on Kickstarter. It's just an option. I should do BG here. So I call it BG. And we'll throw this in here. We'll throw this stuff in here. And I should be good here. Okay, cool. So I've got the BG done. Got the BG elements done. So you know that this side is the resource side, and this side is the fighting side, the event side. Oh no! So why don't we make this for the other three colors too? Let's do BG defense, right? No, this is this is defense. What is this game? It's a game I'm designing. That's what this game is. And we'll do BG underscore or BG shelter. And we'll do the yellows for this one. Which means I need to open up the back of the card and go to yellow. And we will take this color and then here, oh, come on, G. G. So we'll take this color, then we'll hit X, and we'll take this color. So now we have our lights and our darks for that. I have 6 viewers and a sub button. Crazy, right? Yeah, at some point I had 275 viewers on a fairly regular basis, but unfortunately, when the game I was playing died, I stopped really wanting to stream that much. Now, when I do stream, it's board game design instead of playing video games. I'd rather be making something than doing research, essentially. So if I do play a video game, it's for research. I enjoy them. They're a lot of fun. I don't necessarily have a game that I love so much that I want to play every day and I want people to watch me. But I really do love... I did love Dawngate, and it's gone now, unfortunately. So I am... I'm here. I'm here. I was at the top, now I'm not. No, it's okay. Like, I had 75 subscribers at one point, and now I have 9. And those 9, I love. The rest of the people who can't subscribe anymore, I don't hate them. I don't blame them. I don't stream what they want to see anymore. I stream something different. That's kind of how life goes. All right, so shelter is going to be yellow here for the lighter yellow here, and the darker yellow here, and then this here is going to be the lighter yellow, and then this here, oh yeah, this here is going to be the darker yellow, and then this is going to be darker yellow here. Yeah, okay, cool, I did it. Oh wait, whoops, I didn't do it. I almost did it. And then lighter yellow here. Okay, so that's going to be the yellow cards. I think white is actually washing out. I'm probably not going to choose white in the end. So let's go ahead and turn off these for right now, just so we can make the card. That's still 40-something a month. Yeah, but I don't really care. I don't stream for the money. I didn't stream for the money. I didn't get the sub button for the money in the first place. I got the sub button to be able to feel like I could dedicate more time to the stream. I mean, I do love money, don't get me wrong, but I don't really care to take people's money unless I'm providing them a decent enough service. So if you feel like subscribing and supporting the stream, I can make the stream better, and I can validate more time being spent streaming, but that's basically it. You know, that's just that's going to be how that works. Alright, so we have background shelter, and then we need sustenance. And this will be green, so let's go to the green card next, and let's get our 2 colors. There we go, we got our light green and our dark green. And we're going to do this right here. Is this the right one? Yeah, BG sustenance. So we're going to do light green and light green. Okay. Oh, no, that's right. Yep. And then we're going to do dark green, which is here. And then light green goes here. Oh, shoot. There we go. Oh, shoot. Why are you doing that? No. That's okay, you know what? I'm going to do it, and then I'm going to select the template down here, like this, and I'm going to Shift-I, Control-Shift-I, so I can delete the edges again. Yeah, take that. You can't stop me. You can't stop me. Alright, oh shoot. Let's turn this off for a second. What's this back here? You know, let's undo. I feel like I may have made a mistake. I think I might have made a mistake. Yes, dear. Hi, what are you doing? Working out? Yay! Oh, you're so excited, I could tell. Alright, go work out, and then you'll get a massage later. You need a kiss first. Give me a second, guys. Boyfriend duties. You understand. Sweat, baby, sweat. Alright. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so where was I? Light green here, dark green here, then we're going to go to this here, and we're going to do light green here, light green here. Oh, Jesus. Okay, dark green. What is this thing? Yeah, that's just that right there. And we're going to go dark green here, and then we're going to go here, and we're going to do dark green here, light green here, dark green here. Yeah, we did it. Alright. And I think that I could probably just merge this. Yeah, there you go, Element. You got it. You got it. You are following. I appreciate that. Okay, so white works okay here. I still think I'm not going to use white because the yellow is just too light with the white. So let's go ahead and let's see. Because these have these symbols on it, I probably could put the symbol just in the center with the text of what, no, text here of what's happening, text here of what's happening, and then put the symbol in the center. I think I could do that. So here, let's do this, and we'll go. Oh, it's too big, huh? I appreciate you loyal, we the best. Hey, what's up, Ryu? How's it going, man? Welcome, welcome. How are you, sir? So let's copy this, and let's put this into the BG for sustenance. This should say sustenance. And then we'll make a new layer here. And we will, let's see if we can get this to look good on the card. It's too light, too dark. I didn't like any of it. Splitting it is weird. We're going to delete it. Not a good idea. Let's get rid of that. You are Japanese and you're going to go test IRC bot. Okay. What does that mean? What are you going to do for me with your IRC bot? Okay, this design is okay. I think it's okay. Learn to Photoshop. Get out of here, Lukey. Get out of here. Learn to computer. Learn to computer. Alright. Alright, I think I'm happy with this. I think this is going to be okay. So, first of all, let's just leave up one here and let's try to make a sustenance event, sustenance card. So, we're going to change these fonts here to, let's try black. It's not my favorite. Forgot to install computer on your build server, or compiler on your build server. Yep, that'll happen. Been there, done that. Yeah, I'm kidding. I don't computer very well. Actually, you know what? I should be testing this on. I should be testing this on yellow with a yellow background. Let's go ahead and turn on the yellow background and see how this works with yellow. Let's see if I can get a happy color here. I mean, I suppose I could do the light and the dark colors still and just make it really monochrome. I could just do that, couldn't I? Yeah, I probably could. Let's go ahead and take the dark color, hit OK. Yeah, that's kind of okay, honestly. Let's fill that. Yeah, I kind of love it. I kind of love it. 1 upgraded, 142 newly installed, 0 to remove, and 65 not upgraded. I need upgrade package. Yeah, buddy. Seems like you don't do a lot of upgrading very often, huh? And then we'll take this and we'll select this color and hit OK. And I mean that's okay. I don't need to make this anything super special. I could just do this. Let's go ahead and put these two things. Let's put these into BG Shelter. And let's put them on the top of BG Shelter. Here we go. So these will be the yellow ones. Actually, let's put Shelter template. Yep. And then we'll actually make a new folder here, and we'll put BG. And we'll organize all of these guys the same way. This is interesting. I think I need to take this color from here and put it here. There we go. Weird, wicked weird. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and merge it all. I'm pretty happy with it. So that's the BG, which since it's just one image, I'm going to go ahead and just, yeah, we'll do that. No, you know what? I might do more to the background, so let's leave that in there like that. And then we'll do the same thing in these other folders as well. So let's turn this off. Let's merge this down. Let's create a folder in here called BG, and we'll throw that in there. And then we will take these two event things, bring them in here, bring them above the BG. Perfect. We got to change these colors, that's for damn sure. Let's do that next. Let's do T, and we'll select this color. Okay. And then we'll select the player icon copy. Why are there two here? That should not technically be there. And then we will fill this in with red. And then we'll go to the other one, T, and we will fill this in with light red. There we go. And then we'll take this resource and delete it, which means I need to go clean up the other folder that I was just in. It's gotta stay clean, guys. It's gotta stay clean. Alright, so this layer 3 is gone. And then we can keep that on, I suppose. And then this right here, this resource item, can go away, which makes this a lot easier to clean up and reproduce. So BG for defense is the only one that's left. Let's do... Oh, did I just do the BG for defense? And BG for yellow? I didn't do it for green yet. That's right. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull this into here. Let's merge all these and make a folder. Because I'm going to be making a bunch of cards with this, so I guarantee that I'm going to want to have all of these as individual organized files. Alright, so let's do this one here. Let's grab the dark green and enter, and then player icon turns green. So that means like one per player if I'm gonna do something like that. And then this one down here will be the light green, so I will select the light green. Bam. Okay, cool. Okay, card design, somewhat organized here. This is all very simple and pretty, but not necessarily, and useful, but not necessarily final at all. You're gonna go to bed. Have a good night, man. Thank you for stopping by. We're gonna go ahead and save this. So we've got fronts and backs. So that's what the back of the card will look like right there. Front of the card right there. And this will be split. So we are gonna then work on the BG for this green one here. This will be a sustenance one. So let's add another layer, and let's just figure out. Let's take the dark green here. Can we do something like? I mean, I made a new layer so I can move it however I want. Do something like that. This will be for an image. This is going to be for text. Or maybe I don't care. Maybe I just put text here. I think maybe I'll just put text here. We'll bring this down to size 14, maybe size 12, and we'll do. Let's see. That is the event. This is the resource. So let's do an event thing, and let's make it light green here. And we'll type. We'll move this up here so it sticks out. Not that font. Jesus. Let's do something more readable. That's pretty damn readable. Calibri. Okay, cool. So let's figure out an event. Basically, hunger. Feed each person, each crew, well, I should say each, crew member one food. Or one sustenance. Actually, let's do requirements. So we'll do one... shoot. I guess I kind of want to put theme here. So you could play this with very little text. Actually, we have to do reward, first of all. So we'll put the reward here so we know what the reward's going to be. Reward... I mean, I could put the reward... Is it weird putting it up here? Letting this all be... If I put it here, then there'll be more text right here. It might be a little confusing, but that's okay. Reward is... let's see. Least influence gains... draws a card. Draws one card. Alright, so let's reduce the font size down to 10. Alright, so least influence draws one card. So the player with the least influence draws one card. That's fine. We can do something like that. Are we on the... What side are we on? We're on the... I put that in the BG. This is actually got to go into the event side here. So... Yeah, so reward, and then it's, you know what it does. There's a picture up there. We're going to keep this really simple looking if I can. I'm going to go ahead and drop that into there. And like, let's do this. And this will be text color will actually be the dark green. And then we can put this one. So this is not a reward. This acts as counts as 2 food, and we can make it be like let's see. Once we figure out a couple cards, we'll actually go to the boring part and designing a whole bunch of cards and keeping them balanced and coming up with ideas for what to do. I think I'm going to keep this pretty simple though. I don't want to do too much craziness. This is oh, I actually have to do more than this up here. I need to do reward and failure. Least influence gains one, draws one card. So this failure would be lose 2 morale or 1 morale. Yeah, something like that. I actually might make failure wider. So let's do 10. Let's do 15. Let's do 20, 25, 35, 45, 50. Okay, so we'll do failure at 50 specifically. That way they both line up, failure and reward. Lose 1 morale. Least influence draws 1 card. Yeah, so it's real low risk. It's 1 food per. Actually, let's just take out the player icon for now, and let's just make these really simple. 1 food. Okay, so and then over here we'll make this worth 1 as well, because we're going to want to attempt to make these cards balanced. Alright, so let's go ahead and save this, and event copy, there we go. Okay, so then this doesn't say reward, instead this says this is what it is. This is berry hunting, gathering berries. Gathering berries, so that'll be, let's see, if I rotate this whole canvas, rotate canvas 180 degrees. Okay, so on the resource side, it's like, oh, gathering berries, it's worth one green. And then on the other side, it's you have to have 1 green. Actually, yes. So this should be 2 automatically. It should just be higher. Failure loses 1 morale. Yeah, lose 1 morale for the party. Reward is least influence draws a card. Okay, that's pretty good. That's a really early basic one. So let's come over here real quick to the document, and I'm going to start typing up some ideas. First of all, good things. That's going to be draw a card, gain morale, gain influence, heal crew member. What else could I do? Yeah, crew members can be injured. Heal crew. What other good things can you get from this? Draw a card. Remove one bid event. Remove one card from the bid, or remove any one. I should say remove a card from the bid pile. So that you have to fight fewer things. Going to bed. See you later, Element Fire. Have a good night, man. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to play this very shortly, actually. Remove a card from the bid pile. What are the other things? I think that's really it. You may draw an additional goal. Draw an additional goal, or replace your goal. Peek at someone else's goal. That's really important, actually. That could be really cool. Forgot about goals being things that you can deal with here. Jeez, what am I doing? There we go. Peek at someone else's goal. Real simple, Joe. Keep it simple, stupid. Shoot. Okay. I think we're gonna stick with that. Okay, and bad things. Enemy things. Okay, so bad things are going to be discard card, lose morale, lose influence, wound crew member, add the top card of the pile to the bid pile. Draw an additional goal. Replace your goal. Alright, you may. These ones are you may. You may. You are actually, that one will be positive. Yeah, you may. Peek at someone else's. Let's see. Replace your goal. Let's see. Could we have somebody, oh yeah, and then, we'll do, yeah, that's fine. Maybe some of these are tragedies, but these are some bad things that can happen. Discard a completed goal. That one's really brutal. That one's really brutal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need one more. Some of these are tragedies, though. Good. These are the good things that can happen. I should put something like this, like tragedy. Oops. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? Tragedy. Okay, so tragedy would be wound or kill, or actually I would say crew member dies, discard hand. These ones are the big ones. These are really bad. Yeah, discard a completed goal. Let's see. Wound crew member, kill crew member, heal crew member. Alright, lose morale, lose influence, lose morale. Is there something really bad about morale? Everyone lose. Oh, well, I guess everyone. Oh no, everyone lose morale. Or no, influence. Jesus. Those are the 4 different types of tragedies. Tragedy, well, lose one lose one of each type of, what do you call these? Resource cards. Okay, and then up here it's going to be, oh no, this will be bad things. We're actually going to get rid of that one here. Replace your goal. Oh no, that could just be a bad thing. Well, replace your goal. I like the you may replace your goal thing. It could be bad though. Replace your goal forced. Let's see. I could also do. Oh yeah. Lose a shelter card. Lose a sustenance card. Lose a defense card. Okay. Wound a crew member. I like that one. Okay, so these are the different types of things that can happen. I'm kind of okay with this. Least influence draws a card, and then targeting is going to be least influence, most influence. Let's see, least crew members, most crew members. Then we'll do. Hey, what's up, Silverfang? How's it going? Sorry, I'm very in this right now. Hold on. Least crew members, most crew members. You can also target resources, resource of a specific type, face down. Resource of a specific type, built. Targeting, I guess, cards in not the discard pile, discard pile, cards in hand, or actually that's the unbuilt one, cards in bid pile, and cards on in deck. There we go. Okay. It's a good thing when you're able to get everything down on paper. Yeah, here, just in case you're wondering what's going on, here you can read the document. This is my getting it working document, and this is what the back of the cards look like, this is what the front of the card looks like, and there are different colors too, so there's red, yellow, and green. These guys are sustenance, shelter, and defense. You're going to be trying to bid for a larger self-sustaining little amount of things that you control. However, other people are also going to be trying to do that, and then I have to make goal cards too, so that you have a secret goal that you're trying to go for. But every turn, the cards that you bid, whoever wins the bid, the cards that they spent to bid, will then, after they win the bid, it will flip face up. And you'll have to, the top of that, the number of cards that you bid will flip face up, and you have to try to complete an event. You have to try to meet the threshold of that event, and then if you win it, you move on to the next one. If you lose it, you stop there, or maybe you don't. Maybe you have to complete all of them. I haven't quite figured out yet. I'm not sure. The actual gameplay, how it actually is going to pan out, but I want to make a couple cards so that I can figure out, how this works essentially. Okay, so that's one card here. I think I'm actually going to take some of these texts. Let's see, I'll take the failure and this one, failure and reward, and I'll drag it into event. Yeah, event, failure, and reward. Go ahead and drag that down there. Close that, and then we'll grab the gathering berries business, and we'll put this into the resources one. There we go. And now I can actually turn this one off. I could turn sustenance off. There we go. So now, ooh, God. That is brutal when it's the wrong color. Ugh. Terrible. Alright, so we'll select all of that and we will turn it into this color here. And select all of that and turn it into this color here. Oh, wrong color. We're very wrong. And then we'll select this one here and we'll turn it into the dark color up here. Alright, so then yellow is shelter, so we'll do lean-to. And then lose 1 morale. How about failure is discard 1 card. And then reward is we'll do most influence draws 1 card. There we go, something like that. And I'm going to keep this stupid simple. You described it as a selfish co-op game. Does that mean that in some cases you have to help other players even though the end goal is to have the most goals completed? You got it. Selfish co-op is we're all on this planet together trying to survive for long enough, but at the same time we kind of have these desires to be in power or to have the most sustained little environment. Yeah, so that's, yeah. Yes. Okay. So we'll go ahead and save that. So everybody discards 1 card. That is brutal if you lose that. And I'm actually going to go ahead and get rid of this player icon. Actually, no. This is going to be 1 per player. And then this one here will be worth 4? Or 3. We'll do 3. Oops. We'll do 3. 1 of those per player. Romeo and Juliet, or whatever that one is called. What are you talking about? Let's go ahead and save that, and then we will drag and drop for the last one. Event. We will do failure, and this one here. Duplicate that down to event copy. And then we have the resource one, so let's minimize that and open up resource. And we'll do the lean-to as a resource copy. We'll basically duplicate every single one of these. Once we've got 1 of each, it should be really easy to just duplicate across. Nice. Oops, sorry. I spelled bitches wrong. Killing batches. The Montagues. Let's see. Card game for 2 6. Each controls a noble house, 13th century Italy. Each family describes the traits: blood, weather, favorite, dignity, blah blah blah. Each player shares a common deck. Turn 7s are drawn. Player takes turn. Cards they want. Cards that will modify the player traits up and down. The leader in the trait will gain prestige points. Vigor determines order. Blood cards anger the prince of the city and may lead to punishments for... Okay, this is interesting. What about that game? Is that a selfish co-op as well? It didn't seem like it. Yeah, man. If Elmanfire, if you like that blog, she's got more coming. That was just her very first post. She's already got a couple more made. The second one is a much more polished version of the same idea. Okay. Oh, well, it's published by Crash Games. Yeah, they're known for some pretty good stuff. Okay, so what about this game? There's a balance scale, just like here. Selfish co-op. Don't fuck yourself by fucking your neighbor. Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm sure it's not like I'm not the first person to think about it. That's for sure. Hold on. Right in the middle of streaming. Give me a bit, please. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn off the shelter one, because we've figured out the shelter one. Now let's do, first of all, let's fix the damn text colors. Ugh. Let's do light red, okay. And then light red, I might have to bold these, but we'll see. Okay, and then dark red. Okay, cool. Okay, so this one, red is defense. So this is going to be like sharpened stone. There we go. Actually, no, we'll just call this stone. Yeah, just like a rock. If that it has a few subtle mechanics that lead to a lot of staring at your friends to make sure they don't screw you. Yeah. Be a good game to get ideas. Yeah. I mean, I really want to try not to. I try not to look at other games and get as few ideas from looking directly at another game as possible. I try to come up with whatever I can, and if it doesn't work, if I'm stuck, then I start doing a little bit of research and try to make something mine. Let's see. So this will be wound, or let's see, least helpful wounds a crew member. Learns wounds a crew. There we go. Most influence draws a card. So this one is, if you win it, is going to be, oops, not least. Yeah. Post design. Yeah, definitely. Post design, for sure. Let's see. Design in a box and look at the stuff on the floor when you pop your head up. Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Most influence draws one card. What do I want to do for this one? This one is going to be a creature attacking you, so if you fail, the least helpful wounds a crew member, and a reward is that, let's go look at some of the rewards here. How about you may change your goal. Heal a crew, or no, actually, let's do peek at someone. No, everyone gets to peek in that case. Well, peek at your neighbor's goal. There we go. And that should be apostrophe S. And then, yeah, so that looks pretty good. So let's get rid of the player icon here. Let's go ahead and turn that off. And let's change this to be a 4. And then down here, we'll do this is worth, it has to be worth less than what's up there. So let's just do 2. Let's make these a little bit harder. I actually need to go back to shelter and change this. Oh no, well, it's worth 3. Let's make this worth 1. Yeah, let's make that only worth 1. Okay, and we'll go ahead and save this. So now we have 1 card for each, which is kind of interesting. They're fun too. They're kind of fun little mixes and matches. Very, very simple. It has room for art. Then we'd have to have 1 for a crew member as well. So here we're gonna put we'll just put S. We'll put sustenance underscore. Oh yeah, underscore 101, right? And then we'll do shelter underscore 01, and then defense underscore 01. And so this is the 01 card. We'll eventually, what we'll do is we'll just duplicate these cards. And so maybe I should make a... I don't really need template help. I need to make the meters and stuff like that. But I can essentially play a game of this real quick so you guys can see how it works now. So let's go ahead and save these out. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and we'll do sustenance underscore 01, and then we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. We'll do defense, no, sorry, not defense, shelter underscore 01, and then save defense underscore 01, and now I can honestly, I can go ahead and start a new game right here. This is good. This is good. That was actually really quick. I wanna see how it works. The mechanics work here. Log in with Google, and let's do my games, and let's do create a game, and let's call this Stranded. Let's look up Stranded icon. Let's see if we can get any good icons for Stranded. Images. Stranded Island. We'll just go to clip art. Actually, oh, that's kind of good. View image. Save image as Stranded. Cool. So we'll use that as the title for this. Let's do browse for an image and downloads. Stranded. Hey, what's up, Dreamkills? Hey, no problem, man. Thanks for stopping by. I know I'm streaming a little late tonight, too, so that's kind of good. Stranded. Alright, so it's going to be... I don't know the time, really. We're going to say that it lasts... it's for ages 10 and up. It's actually really easy, so 10 and up. And we could do for personal use only, and let's just go ahead and publish it for right now. Alright. Help! I'm stranded! We're going to go ahead and create a setup. And we're going to do, it's going to be, I think, should this be 3-player game? I think this could be 3 or more. 3 to 6 players. And, yeah, there's no reason you can't. It gets harder when you have more people, but that's okay. So let's go ahead and edit this. Edition name, this will be First Pass, and we will edit it. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Make it a volleyball? What? Why? Oh, right, for... yes. That could work. Let's go ahead and go to Board Games and Stranded, and... whoops, I did forget something. Let's do a new one. And let's go to my objects. Gotta actually have to give the game fucking objects. So let's go to Stranded. And we will... gets harder when you add more people. Things said at a porn retreat. Things definitely said at a porn retreat. Okay, so let's do create object, and we're gonna do, let's do create a new group first, and we're gonna do deck. Just for now. We can edit this later, which is nice. And then in here, we're gonna go ahead, create a card deck, and there are 3 different backgrounds. I guess what we'll do is we'll do a defense deck, and then we'll just mix them all together, which is really all we can do. And then so we'll just drag, oops, sorry, that won't work. Upload images. Let's copy this, paste that, and let's do defense 01. And let's upload a bunch of those. Defense 01. Defense whoa, wait, what am I doing? I can just choose how many. Let's publish that. That's silly of me. Alright. And then I will reload this. And I'll put 10 of them in here just for now. And then I will go... This needs to be deck defense update. And then Stranded. Oh, you know what? I could just go ahead and make all of them in here. It won't actually matter. Create a card, just a single card. And we're going to go back. Let's make a card deck. Create card deck. Because it does the names for you, which is really nice. We'll kill that, and then we will add the shelter for yellow. And publish. This should work out okay. Let's go ahead and make 10 of these. Oh, I wonder if I can randomize this. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, sure, why not? Let's turn on the randomization, eh? Create a deck, object, card deck. Let's do the green one. And let's upload sustenance. And publish. And technically that's all I have right now, which is good. And we're gonna add 10 of these guys. And then we're gonna go back to here, reload this, go into decks. We have 30, so let's go ahead 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can have 30, so let's do that. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. Alright, so we'll start with this right here. And let's go ahead and save and publish. So how long's it been? I've been streaming for 2 hours. That's perfect. That's basically how long I wanted to stream for. And then we'll go back to my games, and we're going to play test it real quick. So let's go down to Stranded. And let's do this setup here. And let's do test. Here we go. I have to make crew members too, but not worried about that right now. Okay, so here, take the blue seat, always, and shuffle that up. Do they all have yellow? No, sweet. I can do a deck with different backs, no problem. Okay, so here is our deck, right? So basically I would take 5, and I'd put them into my hand, and really I'd take them. I actually wouldn't take 5. Let's do this again. Shuffle. Alright, so 5 like this. This would be in front of me on the floor, so there are no hands technically. And then this person over here would take 5, and they'd be there. And then I would take 5 over here, like this. There we go, like that. Okay, so that's it. And then what would happen is we'd take this top one, we'd flip it over, and we'd read it. And it says, failure. So we need 4. We need 4 total, and people need to bid on that. So you're actually bidding on getting... it's technically this way. It's technically... I'm bidding on a stone, which provides 2 defense, right? And so I'm thinking, I could use some defense. I've got some defense cards that I think that I could fight against. So here, let's do this. Let's bid 1, and then somebody else goes, I'm gonna bid 2. So he's gonna go 1, 2. And then I'm going to go, shit, this guy's going to go, I don't want it. And then I'm going to go, fuck, I can't take it. So he takes it, right? So what he does is he puts this one here and he puts this one here. And now he gets to add this to his tableau. He now has 2 resource in this specifically. Stefan the Artist, what's up, man? Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, that was a long time. I had a few new little freelance gigs, but I didn't have... I don't have an actual big job yet, but that's okay. I'm not super upset about that right now. Okay, so here you go. So he gets that right there, and then we flip this top one over first, and we say, so we need 1 yellow per person, and if we fail, everyone discards a card. But if we win, the person with the most influence gets to draw a card. And so it's like, I don't really care if we win this one, so I'm not going to help. And he goes, I'm not going to help, and he's got the most influence, and he goes, but I get to draw a card if we beat this. So if he can provide 3 with this number right here, then he could. Yeah, I am. Then he could save us all. But he goes, you know what? Screw it. I'm not going to do that. So that goes there, and he has to discard a card of his choice. He's going to go, I'm going to discard this card right here. So that goes there, right? And then this card, since we failed, this goes away. Yeah, that goes away. The second that you fail, you're done. You don't have to keep going. Okay, and then a new card. Oh, well, first of all, at the beginning of the turn, everybody's going to draw 1 card plus 1 for each of their crew members. So I'm going to draw 2. Cookie dough. That's all I need. Thank you. You take it. He's going to draw 2. And he's going to draw 2. So he's going to add it there, right? Because we all have 1 crew member. 1 plus a crew member. 1 card plus every crew member you have. So we're going to start bidding higher and higher in order to try to get things. So now it's the next card that comes out is a 1 for a lean-to. And it's like, oh, well, that's not super strong. But you know what? Whoever has the most influence, let's say I have the most influence, so I get to go first. I'm going to go ahead and bid. Let's see, I know if I bid 3 red, nobody can outbeat me, outdo me. If I bid 2, only he can outdo me. You know what? I'm going to bid... I'm going to bid... Ah, shoot. Yeah, I am going to bid 2. I'm going to just go ahead and start it off with 2, nice and high. He's going to go, well, I can't beat you. And this guy's going to go, I don't want to beat you. So I've just won this right here. So now this is mine in the resource style right here, right? And then these guys right here... I flip one of these over at a time. So now we look here. It says 1 yellow per person. We need to provide 1 yellow per person. And the failure is discard a card and the reward. So it's the same thing as last time. So it's like, well, I've got 1. And then these 2 can choose to, well, yeah, these 2 can choose to also go in with me. And so it's like he's going to go, yeah, I'm going to go in with you. And then he's going to go, I'll go in with you. And it looks like we've got a total of 3. So these 2 cards get discarded, and then this card right here is beaten, which means the person with the most influence draws a card. It happens to be this guy, so he gets to draw a card. He gets to replace the 1 card that he went in on. And then since we beat it, we have to keep going, so let's flip this one over. This is also, you need 3, and it looks like we're all going to fail it. So everybody's going to have to discard a card. He's going to go ahead and discard his green. I'm going to go ahead and discard a green, and he's going to discard a red. All right? Because we need to have some greens on the board, so we're kind of working together. And then it's the beginning of the next round, so we would each draw 2 cards. So 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 1, 2. I would take all these right here. Let's just pretend there are a shit ton of cards in this game right now. Let's just put these in here and shuffle it up. This mechanically is working pretty well. I think what we're going to have to do though is we're going to have to make it so that even if you lose, you have to continue through all of them. So if people make big bids, they're trying to screw each other over. So we're going to flip this one over. This one is for a 1 resource, gathering berries, and it's like, you know what? I'm going to bid 1, and he goes, I have a card already, but I'd like to help contribute more, so I'm not gonna bid any. He only has, well, he has 5 cards actually. You know what? He's gonna go ahead and bid 2, and then he's gonna go, I don't want to bid any. So that guy is still getting screwed out of everything, right? Obviously, it'd be a rotating turn order. So he puts these 2 cards in the center that we're gonna have to now fight. He gets this card, so he now has a green resource and 2 red resource. And then we're gonna flip this over. And it's going to be, we need 2 green, and if we lose 1 morale, and if we win, the player with the least influence draws a card, which is him. That's why he went in on it. He's like, I think that's a good investment for me. 2 cards to get 1 back, that's not too bad. Plus he gets that right there. He goes, okay, does anybody want to help? And we're like, yeah, but you have the least influence. We don't want to give you another card, because then it makes it easier for you to get stuff. However, if we lose, we all lose 1 morale. So it's like, yeah, you know what? I'm the only other person with a green card, so I'm going to go ahead and flip this over to help you. Hey, look at that. It's worth 1. So we win it. Yay, good job. So he gets to draw a card. He'd take a card here like that. And then since we won, we have to keep going. This is another one. We need 2. Well, he still has 1, and I say, I'm not going to contribute another one. He goes, well, I want to win it, so he's going to contribute another one. And so that gets discarded. We do beat it, and he gets to draw a card for winning. So he's actually making his money back, kind of thing. So I think this works out okay. I think that the higher the bids go, the more that you're going to have to fight, and the goals are going to drive that. So each person is going to have their own. There's going to be a goal deck that I haven't actually made yet, and they're secret goals. And that goal might be something like defeat 3 green challenges in 1 turn. And so, you're going to be like discarding to try to really get to more cards so you can get green cards. And then you're going to eventually like put out 3 green cards like that. Let's say it was like this. And so I bid 3, and they're like, why would you bid 3 for that? And they're like, oh, it must be his goal or something. And then we have to beat all of them. So they might not actually help me beat all of them. So you have to be sneaky about how you get them to help you with your goals. And that's kind of the idea of the game, is tricking other players to help you get your goals through cooperation. So you might help somebody, be like, dude, I helped you. Just do this for me. Just do this for me once. And then the people with the least influence might team up against the person with the most influence, because the person with the most influence, let's say this is a tragedy card. It flips over and we go, oh no, it's a tragedy. You don't do any bidding. Instead, the person with the most influence, let's say it is this guy over here, he says, well, this tragedy card's going to happen too, and he gets to decide who it happens to. So then me and the other person might go, yeah, I know we're on a team and all, we're all trying to win this, but I think you and me, the guy with the people with the least influence, might want to try to fuck that guy over, because he just totally screwed you, and maybe screwed all of us, by choosing the wrong one, or one that you didn't agree with, because he's the temporary leader of the group. So I think that it's going to pan out pretty well. So I need to do a morale track for the team, for everybody. Then I need to do individual influence tracks, which is not going to be hard at all. And then I need to do goal cards. So and then on top of that, I need to do more of these types of cards, which I'm going to have to add the different types. There are basic ones, which are what we're playing with right now. Then there are going to be tragedies, which I just explained. Basically, this one bad thing that has to happen. Like, somebody loses a crew member, and then the person with the most influence goes, sorry, it's going to be you. And you're like, I fucking hate you right now. My goal was to have 3 crew members, and I had 2. I just needed 1 more. And so then they knock you down, but you don't tell them your goal, obviously. So they have to try to figure out what your goal is. Like, why would you bid so high on a crew member card? And like I was saying, the 3 types of cards, that's another type of card. It's the same thing like this, except instead of it being like, you need to have 1 per player in order to defeat this card, really it's you're bidding on whoever is willing to take a crew member card. Crew member card is going to have like really crappy stats, but it draws you an additional card on your turn. And you can only have up to let's say 10 cards in your hand. I think 10 cards max. Let's go ahead and write that down. I kind of like that rule. 10 cards max. So let's do 10 cards max. 10 cards max in hand. There we go. And that'll actually really help, because then you're filtering. Oh, I would get to draw 3 cards this turn, except that I'm at full hand size, so I don't get to draw anything. And so that turn you might actually just help out with something, or you might just make a really big bid just to get rid of cards in your hand. But by making a big bid, everybody now has to fight a harder set of challenges. So I think this is going to work okay. I think this will be brutal, but it'll be okay. I just need to design more cards now. I'm totally gonna make this game. This game is definitely gonna be something that I finish probably within the next week. So come back, watch me develop the card game. I'm going to try to do a little bit of designing off stream, maybe to get a few of my ideas and stuff like that. But I think overall this is going to be a good one to do. It's probably going to be my simplest game, which is crazy, absolutely crazy. I don't have simple games, so. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Stay classy and be dapper and be creative. Keep creating, because I really do believe that it's an essence of life. If you want to be alive, you need to actually create something. All right. Well, we'll catch you later, guys. See ya.